Hello everyone and welcome to the second lesson of Unit 8. The title of Unit 8 is Weather Report. Okay, so just like always, we're going to start with a review of things that you learned in the previous lesson. So here you have a picture that has 4 seasons. I want you to name the seasons that you see in the picture and describe the weather in each season using the words that you learned from the last lesson. Okay? Take a minute and write the words. Are you ready? So we're going to start with the first one. What is this season? It's summer. Very good. It's summer. So what is the weather like in summer? In summer, it's hot, sunny. It's hot and sunny. Okay? Good. Now, this is winter. Very good. It's winter. What is the weather like in winter? It is always cold and snowy. Cold and snowy. Now, this is the third month, third season. What do we call this season? It's autumn. Good. What is the weather like in autumn? Usually, it is windy and cloudy. And the last season is spring. What is the weather like in spring? It's hot and sometimes cold. Okay? Good. So this was a review of vocabulary that you learned last lesson and adjectives that we use in order to describe the weather. Okay? Now, we're going to start with some vocabulary. So here you have a picture that has 6 parts, 6 different parts. Now, I want you to take a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen and try to name each place. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. By the way, you know all the words because we did them in previous lessons. Okay, take a minute and write the words. Ready? If you're not, you can just pause the video and take your time. So, number 1, it's the mountains. Very good. The mountains. Pronunciation, mountains. Number 2 is the forest. Very good. It's the forest. Number 3, it's an island. It's an island. Number 4 is a lake. Number 4 is a lake. Number 5 is the beach. Number 5 is the beach. And finally, number 6 is the fields. Is the fields. Okay? Good. Let's repeat pronunciation one last time. Mountains, forest, island, lake, beach, and fields. Very good. All right. Now, I want you to open your pupil's book for a listening activity. So open your pupil's book to page 73. So here you have different types of weather. Different types of weather. You're going to listen and match each weather to each place. You have the first one as an example done for you. So number 1, it's the mountains. What is the weather like in the mountains? The weather is snowy. So the letter is B. Okay? This is the mountains, number 1. And the weather is B. It's snowy. Okay? I want you to do the same thing for the rest of the pictures. So listen to the weather report and write the correct letter next to the correct number. Okay? Here you go.
Pupil's book. Page 73. 4. Listen and match. It's time for today's weather report.
Hello. Here in the mountains, it's snowing. The birds aren't singing in the forest today because it's raining. There's no sun on the island today. It's very cloudy. At the lake, it's hot and sunny, so a lot of children are swimming. It's a bad day for a picnic at the beach. It's very windy. If you go to the fields, you can see a rainbow. Have a good day, wherever you are.
Thank you, Thomas. Next, we have...
Okay, have you finished? Well, you can listen for the second time.
Pupil's Book, page 73. 4. Listen and match. It's time for today's weather report.
Hello. Here in the mountains, it's snowing. The birds aren't singing in the forest today because it's raining. There's no sun on the island today. It's very cloudy. At the lake, it's hot and sunny, so a lot of children are swimming. It's a bad day for a picnic at the beach. It's very windy. If you go to the fields, you can see a rainbow. Have a good day, wherever you are.
Thank you, Thomas. Next, we have...
All right, good. So I hope by now you wrote all of your answers. Now we are going to correct, and I want you to use your green pens, okay? Now, so number 1, we said it's the mountains. So what is the weather like in the mountains? It's snowing. Very good. So 1 is B, okay? Number 2 is the forest. So 2, what is the weather like? It's raining. That's the letter C. Number 3 is an island. What is the weather like in the island? It's cloudy. That's the letter F. Number 4 is the lake. What is the weather like in the lake? It's hot and sunny. And that's the letter D. Number 5, it's the beach. So what is the weather like at the beach? It's very windy. That's the letter A. And finally, in the fields, number 6, what is the weather like? It's nice, and you can see a rainbow. That's E. That is the letter E. Okay? Now we will practice your speaking. At the same page on your pupil's book, page 73, here you have 5 different places, okay? I want you to ask and answer the questions using the words in the box, okay? So this is the beach, B is the mountain, C is the city, D is the forest, and E is the fields, okay? I want you to ask the question. Here you have an example. What is the weather like at the beach? So from the picture, it's windy. I want you to pause the video and I want you to write 5 sentences for each picture asking about the weather and answering your own questions by looking at the pictures. Okay? Ready? All right, so what is the question that we always ask? Yes, very good. What is the weather like? Or what's the weather like? Very good. So, A, the question is, what's the weather like at the beach? The answer, it's windy. B, this is the mountains. What's the weather like in the mountains? It's snowy. C, what's the weather like in the city? It's dry and cloudy. Dry, do you remember this adjective? It is the opposite of wet. Wet. E, what's the weather like in the fields? The answer, it's hot and sunny. Look at the sun shining. So it's hot and sunny. And finally, D, what's the weather like in the forest? It's wet and raining. So look, dry, opposite of wet. Because it's raining, the weather is wet. Okay? Well, very well done. This was today's lesson. I hope that you enjoyed it. And by now you know how to ask for the weather report and give answers at the same time using vocabulary that you learned in both lessons. So good luck, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.